11:43 hours, and the excitement is riveting.
You don't know.
What are you two up to?
Accounting.
This is closing out 2014.
Yes. So we're sorting through the in-kind donations.
Yeah.
To make sure that they're correct. There's 86 pages of them.
It's gonna be a fun day.
Once you have your sheets done, put them facing together.
Okay.
And start on the next page.
Well, you two enjoy yourself. I'm going to go work a miracle. Hi there guys, I'm Chris Boden. Welcome to today's Captain's Blog. It's 11:44 hours on Friday, January 30th, I think? 30th, 2015. We are here at the Geek Group. Looking for Batman. My shirt feels weird. Had one of those days where it's like, did I button my... You ever do that? Button your shirt one button off? You know, like number one here goes to number two.
No,
here.
you're the only one.
Oh, shut up. So, we have an opportunity here.
Careful, there's goop on it.
There's goop on this?
A little bit.
What the fuck did you do? Alright. So, on the chart, there's this thing we never look at that says recoat. Okay, so at 70 degrees, we have 16 to 72 hours to do a recoat. Can you read this and look under like application, see if there's a thing in there specifically for recoat? Like, because I'll bet it talks about it.
It just mentioned in the epoxy application you wish to do a second coat, look at recoat times.
Okay, and we're within the recoat times. We have an opportunity for redemption.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what I did. I talked to Rust-Oleum. Here, hold the camera or you're going to let your hands on fire. Because you're freaking
My hands would be warm if they were on fire.
Well, the camera gets warm in use. All right, so I talked to Rust-Oleum. Because we got a guy. And our guy is awesome. And we love him. I called them up. I was like, oh my God. Okay, I might have like called him once an hour, every hour for the entire business day yesterday. But being that they are absolute rock stars, Rust-Oleum jumped and said, what do you need? How fast do you need it? And they are sending us plenty of epoxy of the right color. Everything will be cool.
Nice.
Okay. They're also sending us a nice sample bit of red. Same stuff in a bright red that we're going to try for the
It
lobby.
doesn't really look red.
It's
red.
brick red.
Yeah,
But
brick
it's
red.
red, so
More
it's
exciting than red.
it's much more exciting than
Yeah.
red. It's red! So we're going to try that. Now, a number of people have commented on the blog jumping Rust-Oleum, like, oh my God, they sent you the wrong stuff. They didn't send us the wrong stuff. Let me break it down for you. Here's a couple facts you need to be aware of. First off, since the beginning of time, Rust-Oleum has had 4 epoxies in the epoxy shield line. They've had 2 in the professional, 2 in the residential version, and each one is gray and tan, and that was it. You could get gray or tan. Turns out it's a really good product line. We've done a lot to promote it because we're big fans, and they've expanded the product line remarkably, and now you can get it in both the commercial and residential, and there's a heavy industrial now, which is like fucking made of anger and rage. And it comes in light gray, well, silver gray, dark gray, tan, and brick red, and I think there's another color in there.
I only saw the 4.
And it's the thing. Rust-Oleum did not screw up. We screwed up. Rust-Oleum has been rock stars for the Geek Group forever. They've been a sponsor for, God, 10 years at least, every bit of that, and have given us thousands of gallons of paint, for which we have never paid a dime. They have shipped stuff like by the pallet. Like a normal Rust-Oleum donation to us involves freight shipping and pallets. And right now they're doing this like overnight. I told them they could send the red stuff like pack mule for all I care, but I need the gray right now! And he's like, done. Yep, sounds right. And Rust-Oleum alone has spent more money in shipping than most of our donors do in the entire donation. We have no problems with Rust-Oleum at all. They are rock stars and we love them, and don't pick on my friends. So, we have recoat. So this is the plan. We have two options. We can let it wait, sand just that, maybe try and tint it, pressure wash everything because there'll be foot traffic over here, there'll be foot traffic over there, there'll be dust everywhere, and that's 2 more days of hell to get this floor ready. And we've done that, and you know how much fun that was. Okay. And it's actually harder to pressure wash the second time because now that it's pretty clean, like right now you could eat off this floor.
Yeah.
Pressure washing it the second time really sucks because now there is no clean line. You can't see what you've done.
Right.
It's a bitch. Here's plan B. We have a couple kits. We used 4 gallons yesterday. That's 2 kits. We have 3, I think.
You only actually used 1 yesterday. I was mixing the second one.
So we only put 2 gallons on the floor.
Right.
Okay, cool. So we're set. I think we have 3.
We have 2 kits.
Oh! Donkey shit! Thank you. These are the good gloves.
Yeah, I know. I ordered them.
Did you just say donkey shit?
Donkey shit.
He's making fun of
Instead of
German.
I mean, as opposed to donkey shit. He gets it now. Yeah, there he is.
I got it.
These are like comedic grenades. It takes
I
about
was
5 seconds and they go off.
So hoping that everybody would have just let that go.
I know.
Bison.
Means I don't know. See? I learned it.
I know really basic.
Okay.
Really.
You're learning, but you don't know
So
what
here's the plan. Here's plan B. We have a recoat time. Now we've never done a recoat thing because I am absolutely perfect. I am never wrong and I never lie. Yeah, 1 take Boden. You asked the video team. 1 take Boden. Okay, done in 1.
Oh, they actually fit.
Yeah, these are the sex gloves. Gone fisted. That's for your next year. Don't worry. First birthday you get a Leatherman. Second one you get fisted. That's how you get on the board. 3rd year you have to kill a puppy. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna try the recoat thing. Okay, recoat it isn't cured yet. Like if you walk up to that and like put So we're gonna try recoating. It may not stick. I think it will. The instructions say we're well within we're okay. But we're gonna recoat everything, and then we're gonna take. What is that?
It's for the bandsaw.
That is the worst tuning fork ever.
It's a replacement for the bearings.
Oh, okay, cool. We're gonna recoat, and then we're gonna take some of the paper that we use, the big rolls of paper, and we're gonna make hats. Because there are assholes like Jerry who just go walking through here for no reason at all. Just walking on the floor. So we're gonna limit that. We're gonna have hats, and we'll do that. That's the plan. And after we do this, then after we've done flooring here, you and I are gonna go work on flooring there, and that's the plan. All right, cool. Where's the kid? Your glove, we're gloved. The cool thing is today we get to do fucking sprinkles! And now we have extra sprinkles, Batman! Hey!
Sprinkles. What?
Did you take a thing of sprinkles out of there?
There should be 2 in there.
There's only 1.
That was also one of the really old ones.
How really old?
Like beginning of.
Does it match the one?
It matches the right.
It's the same
The
stuff?
one right next to you is from the last batch. The one in your hand is from. We've had it for a while.
I'm gonna use this one.
Alright.
Cause this we know is exact, cause man,
The numbers all match.
Because he's spooked.
I'm spooked. I got the fear, Batman. I got the fear.
The numbers match, the boxes match.
Alright. Cause this one, the sprinkles! Or continuing our German theme, Zwei. So what'd you do with the leftover epoxy from yesterday?
It's sitting all in the bucket.
It's in a bucket? You're making a biscuit?
I want to see what
Okay.
happens. Because I only like half mixed that second kit, and you're like, well.
Oh, okay. It's not going to cure right then.
We'll see.
Gonna see some
A long
chemistry
time
happen.
ago, I think it goes back to Keizu. You finish the end of the, you have to mix this 2 gallons at a time. So you finish the end of the job and you always have a little bit, right? Well, sometimes, and it happens, you get to where you're at the end of the job and you only need like half a cup. But you need that half a cup or it won't, And you end up with almost 2 gallons left over. So we put it in a bucket. You just leave it in the bucket. You just set the bucket in the basement and forget about it. You come back a year later and you have a block. Like you can machine this shit. You can make things out of it.
We have two biscuits.
Yeah, we call them epoxy biscuits. All right.
So which side are you starting on?
Huh? We're gonna repaint what we did yesterday
And
in the right grade. But that's all we're doing.
Okay.
That just
No,
that.
we're not going any more than that.
Oh God, no! No.
What you're looking at is all we have.
Yeah, we can't push our luck. There is such a thing as tempting fate. That's chewy. Balls. It is better to do it this way than it is to just dump it in the bucket because then you have to scrape out the solids, and we've done that.
What's this we?
I was in on that. I've done my
I just
time.
remember me and Bellini doing it.
I think
See,
it's
the
funny that
gloves
you
only
guys
go
think
up
that
to
the
your
first
wrist.
time we ever epoxied a floor was after I met you.
Can's a little deeper than the wrist.
Can's a little deeper than the wrist. My hair grew back.
Hey, Batman?
That's kind of cool looking.
Batman?
Yeah.
Battery's dead.
Oh, nice.
Making art. Thank you. Looks like something out of the beginning of Willy Wonka. All right. This is actually made from pure Rust-Oleum marshmallow whip. Now this is going to be pretty. Hey Batman, you want to hold that?
No.
Ready?
I guess.
I'll be gentle. That's cool. This is how God makes galaxies. Wow. Hey Batman, I got an idea.
What?
Pick that up. I'm gonna go with you, and we're gonna dump a little bit in the big bucket. Okay. I'm with you. Dump a little bit off the top into the big bucket. Just about like a quarter of that by volume. A little more. Keep going. Okay. Now set that down. No, you're getting it everywhere. God damn it, Batman. All right, hold that firmly. I'm not changing the speed, that's it breaking up. Alright. Come with me. B.
Oh yeah.
Do it! Okay, just dump all that right in there. And dump it on the A. There you go.
That's what I asked these for.
Alright, hand the stick off to Will. He can do a little bit of while we do the major mix. Oh yeah, that looks great. Alright, dump the A in. Oh, this will do a cool color thing. There you go. Now we're making art. And now we're mixing, and it's the right color. Big chunks. Alright. Hey, Batman? Yeah. I need another battery. Hang on there. I want all you can get easily. Because that is solid floor that you're holding. Hand me a different drill, Batman. No. No?
Get another one all goofy and sticky.
No, I mean like a different motor.
Right. I don't want to get another one all goofy.
I won't get it goopy and sticky. This is
Bullshit.
this is me. We're only mixing one.
Another battery, because I know there's one battery.
Alright, because this battery sucks and my motor's getting really warm. I'm okay burning this up painting, but I don't want to burn it up painting right now.
There's one of these batteries I know is shit. It's probably another one that's labeled 2009.
That battery is a different size.
Oh, that was 14.4.
Huh? Okay, I thought it was 12. Alright, let's get her. Oh yeah, this battery works. I'm gonna get me a big industrial milkshake mixer. No, why?
It melts it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's because there's solvents in here to, solvent.
Thankfully, whoever was using the cups actually put them in the box. All going. I didn't know that would happen, but I figured I should just go on
Okay, I think we're mixed. Well, he was dropping some pretty big solvent. Okay, we're clean. Let's do this bitch. And look at that, none on the gloves.
Not the case for me.
Alright, we're going to do exactly what we did yesterday.
Well, there's new brushes right there. You got them already.
Huh?
We got one.
We got a new brush,
There's a little-
we got a new cup. We got a new cup, we got a new brush. It's awesome. I don't know, Batman. It's still sticky, but it's like you could walk on that.
Right. It said 16 to 72
Said
hours.
16 to 72 hours. I'm gonna believe him. All right, you know how to do that?
Yep.
Do exactly that. I'm gonna do exactly this.
Is it okay if you don't walk?
No! God no! Because if you walk on it, you put little bits of dirt, and there'll be footprints. You can kneel. You can fucking kneel and be thankful. You don't have to. Here.
Okay, I can reach it from the other side.
All right, you reach from the other side. I'm gonna steal a bit of this and start doing that big roller thing I do.
Oh,
Good job
that is a
on Nick.
big roller.
Well,
Holy
we
crap.
dumped out the leftovers and then it peeled off this morning. So.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Huh.
We could do facials here.
It peels off.
Not
want any
that
leather
kind of
here?
facial.
You want to dip on that?
I can just dip out of there. It's kind of 16
What?
Just dump it all right.
I think we left the dog outside
Let that dog.
for like an hour.
Poor dog.
Who left it?
Really?
That would be either me or Elizabeth, because Rose was like, "Hey, could one of you bring her in 2 minutes?"
Go
An
save
hour
the
ago.
dog. Go save
You,
the dog. Go run
Your
quick. Save
clip
the dog.
is about to end anyway.
All right.
You did this
Yeah, I
somewhere.
Let's see our color match. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. That's where we wanted to be. See, don't you feel better now?
Yes.
Okay. You float that into the end, and I'll start on the big one here. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try out this big ass roller. Oh, you can hand it back to Steven. You out of the way yet?
No.
Get up. Oh, yeah. It works. It's going to be awesome. Oh, that isn't nearly as easy as it looks. Mop this shit out crazy. Well, the good news is, Batman, this is a spot where we always had the forklift battery. Right?
Charger, yeah.
Yeah, the battery and the charger and all that crap, and it was the battery acid had done a number on the previous floor. So now we've got a substantial floor coating here. And we have an indicator. When it starts changing color, you know, it'd be really cool if this recoat thing works. Get a neon orange floor epoxy, like find a way to tint it, which I'm sure could be. And put a neon orange layer underneath, and then the regular epoxy on top as a recoat.
Oh, so you can see where.
And when things are starting to eat through the floor, or you've damaged the floor, it turns bright orange, and here's your indicator. There's an application for this. There's some industrial stuff, I'm sure. Oh, that's beautiful. That's so much fun.
Well, in the instructions, they're making it sound like you didn't really want to do a second coat.
Yeah, you don't. You definitely don't want to do it if you can avoid it. Big mess behind you, Will. Yeah, back over here.
It's just not going too far.
I'm not going any further.
Okay.
I'm going to do the one swath. I'm going to do exactly what I did yesterday, but I'm going to do it very, very thick because it's not like I have to worry about running out of epoxy. And it's a recoat.
His trim, he got all the way up to this corner on the fence.
Yeah, on the trim. And we're going to redo all the trim.
One of my
Yeah. But I'm going to put this on retardedly thick.
Yeah, I think I got that base covered.
Yeah? Because remember, we specifically didn't wait on the mix time.
It's such a delicious smell.
I like it. I have a little...
It's like when you screw up blowing up a balloon and it goes inside you. It's what it smells like.
That
There could have been a better way.
Mr. Bellatini, when he was young,
Goes inside. Oh,
hailed
ha!
a balloon. And that explains his peculiar voice.
I have a peculiar voice.
You have a distinctive voice. I wouldn't say peculiar, but it's distinctive. It's certainly distinctive.
You have a peculiar way of saying peculiar.
Hey, Will. How about you get that bucket?
I'm done with the bucket. With one hand.
Yeah, there's tape here.
That part of the room is slightly cooler.
Oh.
And if this whole geek group idea doesn't work out, I am expertly trained for living in Venice. Be one of the stick guys on a gondola.
You really don't know what the person who pilots a gondola is called.
You know? Stick dude.
I like stick guy.
Yeah. What's it called, asshole?
Gondolier
Gondolier?
Makes sense.
or gondolier. If you're American and fat.
Hey!
It's what you
Well,
call musketeers. Wow.
I'm not saying you're taking your time. Your grandma was slow
However
and
the
she was
hell you
fucking
said
your
gondola.
90s, so come on. You're holding up the whole goddamn operation here, Will. Whole world's waiting on you.
Yesterday he had Joe on Mrs. Joe.
Joe loves you.
Missing Joe is like the AV experience lately.
Here, I got an idea. Take a step back. Take a step back. Now, just get the spot I can. Which is why what I told you, you really only need one brush width. You're stepping on the thing there. Back up, back up, back up. Here, let me reload. I'll do another swath for you, okay?
Okay.
See, there's that 3/4 inch line that I can't get. That's the trim. Okay. Watch your foot.
Mr. Harwin, sir. Prepare the sprinkles.
Actually, how about if we just don't sprinkle this and then we'll paint the whole damn thing when we do the real epoxy? We'll just epoxy everything. We'll do this again it'll actually, yeah, I know it'll have 3 layers of epoxy on it, but then we'll do the sprinkles and they'll all blend.
Right, that'll be well after the recoat time.
All right, we got to sprinkle this then.
I'm sure we can do a little bit of overlap,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't trust.
When you're talking about something as essential as sprinkles.
Can't have too many. Okay, you want me to do it? Okay, give me a second.
It's easy to tighten.
Just hold it over there, you're fine. Do it!
No sprinkles.
Stand by. Jesus. Oh, what the shit? Where'd the epoxy come from? I haven't touched it. Bothers me.
Yeah, I'm handling it this morning to get the new roller on. I haven't got epoxy. It's like when you're eating pancakes with syrup, you do your best not to get syrup on your fingers, and yet it ends up on the handle of your fork somehow. You ever had that?
Not really, no.
You don't need syrup. You don't need.
I eat pancakes with syrup. Flood the little holes, like out in the middle there.
Yep.
Yeah. The rest of that you can get, King.
That's what's just this trim.
All right. And the trim, I'm just going to paint over later on and not worry about it.
Right. So you know underneath the roller.
I'm going to clean up this area. Since he gets the fuck out of the way.
I'd say the good news is, the pallet racks are all here, so it's really.
Yeah, lay this down.
It's like shit later. That's what happens when you rush it. This is.
He needs brushing. All right.
Please no unnecessary
Seven.
walking on this floor.
It's time. Well, as soon as you finish that section, come over here and teach you about sprinkles, sir.
Okay.
Now, these are not drips and runs in this coat. These are drips and runs in the previous coat because we kind of aborted it. So, this is how you hide them. I'm going to wait for Will, though, because I like him. Okay, Will. Now, you'll notice these drips and runs here that are from the first coat because we just like crashed out of it.
Yeah.
Jump out like crazy. Don't do that. There, take it. There you go. Okay. But these stick out like wow because the human eye is really, really good at picking out inconsistencies in the pattern. It's just something hardwired into our brain. So that's why they have sprinkles. These are made of, basically, they laid out epoxy or paint on a big sheet, really, really thin, and let it dry, and then ran it like off a conveyor belt, and it breaks in little pieces. So here's how it's. Take this, dump it in your hand. Okay. About that much is a good start. And then you close your hand, and you're going to do this. You will be doing this a lot on the big floor. Notice how I'm completely not paying attention to the edge. Right? You just go right over the edge. because any that land on floor that isn't done yet, you can just vacuum up.
Right.
They won't cause any problems at all. But what this does is hides all the inconsistencies in the floor. Also, sprinkles, dude. Sprinkles.
Everything's better with sprinkles.
Everything is better with sprinkles, especially floors. It's tricky to do along a wall because the natural thing is to just throw it, but if you throw too hard, they bounce off the wall. Like this. Here, watch. If you just throw them off the wall, they bounce back and you're going to get an uneven coverage. So the way to do it along a wall is actually longitudinal. This is awesome. This totally fixes our massive fuck up of yesterday. Do a little bit mojo with paper to protect the existing floor. And we might just be all right. We'll have to test it when the paint arrives, but if we can keep people off of it and onto the paper, we have to paper train the staff, basically, is what we have to do. I'm not going to do this anywhere but on this swath because the rest of the stuff, like what you're doing right now, is all trim. So I'm just going to heat it. Here, come here, try this. Just set it down. All right. It's a lot easier when you're down at the end of the bag. You got to take your gloves off though. You can sprinkle with gloves on, but it's hot. That's your hand swap.
Oh my goodness.
You left-handed or right-handed? Right-handed. Okay, you want that right. Okay. You're going out this side. Okay, you're going to release out here. Okay. Shake that hand. Got to shake it. Oh, it's beautiful. That's quite good. Be careful not to step on it. It is still wet. That's why the sprinkles stick. No, you're clumping. Bigger. Disperse! Disperse! Shake that bitch! Fucking work it! Yeah! You like it, don't you? Long strokes. You're dealing with me. Beautiful. Alright, you've got sprinkles down. Go back to your mojo, wrap up the trim, we're done with that. Oh, hey, come here. Try these. Yeah. Look like this. Well, that's cool. And it's a little preview of what the floor will look like.
Looks like
We already had a big preview of what the floor will look like.
Yeah, but this is on this side. This is a whole big deal. And we can. I was curious how good the match would be. It's going to be just fine.
Huh.
In 6 months, you won't be able to see the seam. They just both need to wear a little bit.
Right.
You'll never see it.
Also, the entire seam will be covered with items.
Well, there is that. All right, you've seen the fix. Thank you, Rust-Oleum, all you awesome guys, and thank you to our cool viewers. We'll be back. See, that's much better. That's totally cool. Once all done, you'll never even know. So, we got that done. We'll sort it out the rest. I just did the big meeting with a big new sponsor for the roof. And that's going very, very well. And yeah, Batman's tidying up. And we're off to the next thing. I'll be back. Give me your cigarettes. And your lighter. Paul Malls said, all right, this is an e-vibe. It's an electronic cigarette. You are now officially a non-smoker, okay? I'm gonna post this to the blog. This is your basic instruction video, okay? You will never touch an analog cigarette again. This is an analog cigarette.
Yes.
Okay. This, you are now officially addicted to technology. Welcome to the 21st century. Now the other one's exactly the same. Also in here is some bits and pieces and crap, but yeah. These are backup atomizers. When this stops working, you probably need a new one of these. The information on that stuff you can find at any vape shop in America, so that's easy. Here's your charger. Here's what you do, okay? Now this is brand new off the boat from China, so it's not gonna really have any charge, so it won't really work until you charge it.
Okay.
You have two basic parts. That's your battery. This is your tank, okay?
Okay.
You can use different batteries, you can use different tanks. You can go to, for everything you're going to need to go with this, go here, that's their web address, talk to Derek, he's my buddy, he'll take good care of you, and use that code on the back, and he'll give you a discount, because he does that for all my viewers, okay? Now, this comes with instructions, so you can review that, but it's really simple. To turn this on or off, you click it 5 times. Okay, now it's on. This means when you press the button, it turns power. Okay, you see if you press the button, power goes on, right? You click it 5 more times and it won't do anything, so you can put it in your pocket and it won't go off. I never turn mine off, so, you know, your mileage may vary. When you get home, you plug this in the wall, you plug this in here, or you just plug this into your computer. Do not plug this into like a hub, plug it right into your computer, or plug it into the wall. But it's a simple USB plug. The other end goes on here. So tonight, you very gently screw this on here. I go backwards to turn until it clicks, and then screw it in. You want to be careful not to cross that. Okay, so just the lightest of fingertip pressure. Okay, you gotta screw it down until it stops, like that. Give me your finger. About that tight. That's all that you don't reef it, just fingertip pressure. When you put it on, this will blink a little bit, and this will light up. Okay, you just leave it on there overnight, and the next morning when you wake up, you unscrew this and screw that one on, and just leave it there.
Okay.
Okay, and then the next morning, you put that one, you put this one on, and you just swap them every 24 hours. Every morning you swap it out, and you're set. Okay, and then this will hold the charge all day. When this doesn't hold the charge all day, you get a new one. They're not expensive. Okay, this is like 10, 20 bucks.
Okay.
They last a year. Okay, the whole spending like $5 a day on cigarettes, that's dead to you. This is way, way, way cheaper. Okay, so that's the charging battery. Just every night you put it on. Next morning, you take it off. It's really that simple, okay? Here's your tank. When you take this off the charger, screw it right under here. Nice and gentle, same fingertip pressure, you're set. Now, you gotta put juice in this. So you grab it, instead of by the battery, you grab it by the ring, hold it upside down. That's important. You wanna hold it upside down, because if you hold it like this, and it's gonna suck. Because you're going to fill it with juice. So you unscrew it like that. Now this part is your coil, okay? This basically is a little tiny toaster. It's a piece of wire that gets hot. That's it. When this fluid touches the wire, it makes steam that has flavor and nicotine. There are exactly 4 ingredients in any of this. There's vegetable glycerin, propylene glycol, nicotine, and flavor. That's it. As opposed to a few thousand in this. You get 4 things out of this. Okay, when you inhale this, you get steam, nicotine, and flavor. This gives you all the nicotine that those do. That's the only part you're addicted to, is the nicotine. So there are no cravings, there's no nic fits, there's none of that bullshit. You're still addicted. You are not addicted, okay? But instead of addicted to tobacco and smoke, you're addicted to technology. You're still getting the nicotine. This tastes better, you'll breathe better, you'll eat better, and for the love of Christ, you'll smell better. When this fails, to change it out, you just unscrew this part, throw that away, and you grab a new one out of here, and screw it right in. Just like that. That's really all there is to it. And these will last for months. Okay, sometimes weeks, but for me, and I use it all day, every day, they last for months. So you're probably fine, especially with a really light duty setup like this. So this, normally when you do this, would be on here. Because as a rule, you don't want to touch this part. You're gonna touch that, take it out, and then set this down, and that'll be wet because it'll have juice on it. And you fill this up inside, up to you don't go any higher than the little tube. See the little tube in the middle there? Don't, because if you go, the tube goes straight out the bottom. So if you try to fill it above tube, it's just right out the bottom. That'll suck. So you fill it up, you know, near the top of the tube. When it's full, you put this back on, like that, and just fingertip pressure. Don't, okay. And then you hit it. So you get to pick any of these you like. Pick one or two. You can get any ones you want. Some of these are like signature series like that I smoke. You cannot have the tobacco one. Tobacco is bad. But you have like chocolate. This is, I have no idea. If you want to know what it tastes like, take a whiff of it. They taste like they smell. Okay, and they're all very aromatic. It smells like my grandmother's house. It does. If she had candies, it smells like grandma candies. So. This is a good one. This is blackberry menthol. That's one that I vape a lot. It's Tesla coil, and cowboy. You don't like that. And here's a yeah, you've got the blackberry menthol.
That one.
This smells like hell and tastes like heaven. It's Jekyll's Rancid Twat. Yeah, we named it Jekyll's Rancid Twat. This is Mountain Dew. It tastes like Mountain Dew. And understand, all of these have nicotine in it. You're still getting just as much nicotine as you get off cigarette. What's that?
Well,
That's a good one. There's bubblegum stuff in here, the fucking tobacco, and just all kinds of stuff. But just pick one that you like. That one, Tesla coil? Okay. Now, we'll fill this and get you in action. You've got your juice. When you want more juice, you get a hold of them. They'll hook you up. Quinn's Vape is awesome people. He helps me get more people quitting smoking. Alright, so here's how you do it. Take the little bottle, and these are just dropper bottles, so you don't spill it everywhere. So don't like squeeze it really hard, you'll pop the top off, and that will suck really bad. You just put that in there, hold it off to the side so it doesn't go down the tube. You can see it filling up down in the bottom there. When you get bigger bottles, they fill a lot faster because the drops are bigger. It's more of a small tip squeeze bottle than a dropper bottle, but these are designed for like sampling this. So they're really, really slow. Okay, you got about a half a tank there. You can fill it a lot more than that, but I'm not going to. Because be patient with it and fill it. Now, we're going to give that a second to just wick in. Press the button, and you press as you inhale. Take a long, slow hit like you would from a joint. Watch. And you'll notice it's just steam. It's not smoke, or it's like still, it's gone. It's not like hanging in the air. You get all the nicotine, you get all the flavor, you get the throat hit. It's great. Tastes totally different and doesn't stink. It won't stink up your clothes, your house, your car. It's a trip, isn't it? Yeah, it's a whole new world. You are now a non-smoker. Okay?
promise.
Just one fucking cigarette, where's the rest?
It's payday. I haven't gone to the store yet.
Well, now you're saving money. And it's payday, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go on that website, you talk to him, okay, you're gonna find the flavors that interest you, you're gonna order a bunch of little sample jars. Get like 5 different little sample jars, just experiment, okay? Try, like, when we were kids, I smoked Camels, right? Hated menthol. Now everything I vape is menthol. All your tastes are gonna change. experiment, because you don't know what you don't know yet. So just experiment with everything, try all kinds of different flavors. You're going to find a bunch, you're like, oh, this sucks, and you'll give it to the next guy. Okay? Because you're going to pass it on. That's the point. This is how we make fewer smokers. So, there you go.
Thank you.
You got Quinn's vape, you got juice, you got an e-cig, you got 2 batteries. Just this, okay, all you need to buy is juice, and you've got enough to last you a year. You can spend a lot more money on this. You can buy, I have individual e-cigs that cost $200. It's easy to do. And you will in a year. But for now, this is enough that you'll never buy a pack of cigarettes again. That's the point. This is not, like, you can get shitty cheap gas station e-cigs and stuff like that. Next time you walk into a gas station, pick one up and compare it to what you're holding in your hand. It's a world of difference. This is not shitty gas station, garbage, disposable e-cigs. These are good ones. Alright, welcome to the world of being a non-smoker. Good girl. Alright, so I had an idea, and I wanted to run it by you and see what you thought, because either this is the greatest idea in the history of the world, or I'm a total idiot, alright? I'm talking to you, not the camera.
Oh, you're expecting me to answer. Alright.
Alright, so I want to get your insight on this.
Okay.
I want to propose a piece of legislation, like legit legislation, you know, could potentially become an actual law. I don't know if it'd get that far, but I have a feeling if I got it to the point where it was an actual piece of legislation, there'd be a hell of a lot of people that support it. So this is what I'm thinking. The media in today's society has a bigger voice than ever in history. And throughout history, the media's had a pretty big damn voice. Now, one of the very foundational concepts when they created our country was the freedom of speech and the freedom of the press. So importantly that is the very first amendment, right?
Right.
Okay. With freedom of the press comes a responsibility to the people that what you say is accurate, that what you say has been fact-checked and peer-reviewed, and, you know, that you are a reliable source, at least as best as circumstances can be reasonably expected to allow, right?
Okay.
And the vast majority...
I didn't think it meant that, actually.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, freedom of speech means freedom of speech.
It means you can say whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you want to write an editorial, or if you want to write a work of fiction, or if you just want to write Chris Boden sucks 10,000 times on the internet, that's totally cool, and I absolutely support anybody's right to do that.
Ooh, project for later. Okay, go ahead.
But when you get into journalism, okay, of getting out of entertainment, because I firmly believe that, like, you can't restrain freedom of comedy, because there's a lot of comedians say things that somebody finds fucking offensive, no matter who they are. Somebody's going to be offended, and you have a right to be offended, and you can write 10,000 times, you know, that comedian sucks on the internet, but that doesn't give you the right to control what that comedian says. You get to make a joke about anything you want. I don't have to think it's funny, but you get to make a joke about absolutely anything you want. If you want to make jokes about fucking, I don't know, baby rape, cool, you can do that. Now here's where it gets tricky.
Can we arrest all the people who find it funny?
Well,
at least put them on a list?
You don't get to,
Can we put them on a list?
No, McCarthy, you don't get to do that. But here's the problem. We exist in a world today where a lot of things that look like news and taste like news and feel like news are presented as news and are in fact not news and are in fact lies. Like absolute fucking lies.
Such as?
Have you ever turned on Fox News?
Yes, but you have to give me an example.
Glenn Beck is a great example. Glenn Beck is not a news show. Okay? And Bill O'Reilly is not a news show. They're entertainment. It's not news. And they lie. And they lie a lot. And they're certainly not the only ones, but those are just the first two that jump to mind.
But they're entertainment. They're not
They're
news.
entertainment. The problem is, to somebody with a fundamental intellectual capacity, they're able to discern that this is fake. This is entertainment. This is a guy who is making a living spreading fear and telling people what they want to hear, or he's got an agenda. It's not news. It's not fact-checked. And dear God, it's not fact-checked, and it hasn't been peer-reviewed, and there's no process to it. There's a writing process, but it's no different than Jon Stewart, who is also not news. He tends to have a better grasp of reality, but he's not news, right?
Right.
And that's cool. It's a comedy show, and he's the first to say it's a comedy show. He has famously remarked the fact that, I come on after talking phone call puppets, because that's where they started. And cool. But the problem is, with people like Bill O'Reilly and pick somebody on Fox News, there's a lot of people, especially in an older generation, especially of a rabidly conservative bent, who view this as news, because it looks like news. It looks like network news. And it's not. And people are accepting what they say as news, as gospel in some cases, and they're being lied to without realizing it. And it's deeply manipulative. It isn't just, here's this thing, here's this, I'm going to talk it, this guy sucks. They're being lied to and manipulated for political and economic gain.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
At the beginning of their shows, do they have a disclaimer of some sort?
No.
Okay.
There is nothing that pops up and says, everything you're about to see is handcrafted and handwritten. This is not actual news. This is not a news show. They don't have anything like that. So what I want, because I'm all for entertainment, I'm all for comedy. I think Jon Stewart's great. I think people should have the right to say whatever the hell they want. But I think in an era when media is so powerful, when people take this as gospel and act upon it, whether you're hoarding silver coins or buying lots of bullets and, preparing to live in your bunker because we're all going to die, that there should be some kind of legislation that says you're not allowed to lie to people. Not and make it look like news.
And you think politicians would pass that? Come on.
Okay, well, there is that. But I think that Glenn Beck should have a show. I think that Bill O'Reilly should have the right to have a show. If he can get sponsors and if he can get people to pay for it, give him a show. Why the fuck not? I'm all for it. I rabidly believe in freedom of expression. But I work in media for a living. I spend my life on camera. I spend my life in front of a microphone. I spend my life talking in front of massive groups of people. I understand the power of this. And I don't think it's equitable that you can dress something up as news and give it the power and poise of news, because there's a responsibility there. The journalism is a foundational thing. And we give people freedom of the press, and we expect the press to be, here's a concept, actually fair and balanced. And what they're doing is taking entertainment dramatic license and dressing it up as news and presenting it as news. And if you don't really understand media, it's really easy for that to slip right by you. And you think that what these people are talking is intelligent and that you should act accordingly and that you should use this in your decision-making abilities, and that's bad, because if you do that, you're going to make bad decisions. And it's more than just voting for an idiot. You're going to make actual bad decisions. And these have staggering repercussions in today's society, because you can get on television and say, vote for this guy because the other guy is going to kill your children with a fucking rabid wombat that he carries around in the back of his van, and they'll believe it and they'll act on this.
Well, I'm carrying my gun in the streets now so that I can kill that rabid.
This isn't a new thing, because
and who imported that? Those are Australian.
You're not helping. All right.
Sorry, or maybe they're
the
Tasmanian.
spaghetti harvest. Okay. The BBC famously does some really excellent trolling on April Fools, and they've done this for a billion years. Like, the spaghetti harvest thing goes back, it was in black and white, to give you an idea how long ago it was.
I have seen it.
Okay. But it's the
And
BBC.
did you know that there really is a tree called a spaghetti tree? I'm just saying.
You're not helping.
Okay.
Even though, see, this is why you guys live under the oppression of a vicious monarch. Just so you know.
She's not vicious.
She is fucking vicious, and I love her that way. But the BBC did this just for a laugh, and it was cool, and it's very British, and, you know, dry sense of humor. But it's the BBC. When they speak, they have, well, traditionally, gravitas, because it's the fucking BBC. You can count on that. And they did this thing, and 1 million people bought it because it's the BBC. You know it's true. And that was the fun of it. But now we've got an entire network, and they're not the only one, but they're an easy target, that is doing this shit, and it bugs me because they're lying to people, and it's not fact-checked, and it's not peer-reviewed, and the number of reasons behind this are innumerable. I mean, there are people who make a lot of money that pick this shit apart and say, no, you lied there, and here's why. But the people that are being lied to, i.e. Fox News viewers, are not the people who are watching any other network and getting a wide range of diverse opinions and getting different ideas and being challenged in their thinking. It's Fox News. This is what you watch, and we will love you, and we will take very good care of you, and don't listen to anybody else because they will lie to you. And, you know, just, it bugs me. It bugs me that it's so easy to manipulate an electorate on a large scale by manipulating them through media.
So what are you proposing?
I'm proposing that there's some form of legislation that requires that if it looks like news and it walks like news and it acts like news, it better fucking be news. And if it isn't, you need to have some kind of thing that says, this is a lie, this is not real news, and this is opinion, this is an editorial piece. And then you can say whatever fucking opinion you want.
Are you sure it doesn't say that?
I gotta think. I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen a disclaimer that says
I'm not
this.
sure that you actually made it all the way through like a Bill O'Reilly show from beginning to end.
I have not watched an entire episode
Yeah,
of Bill O'Reilly, but I'll check it out.
So
why
check.
Why do you ask? Do you think this
because
exists?
I think it's entirely possible that there is some type of a disclaimer, or that they're incredibly careful with the way that the words that they choose, so that they can
They are
avoid.
very careful with a lot of the words that they choose.
Well, so that they can say, you know, it's the opinion of this newscaster or whatever, and they probably never refer to themselves as news, which is probably a rule. I'm sure there's rules. There's got to be rules.
I'm sure there's rules, but
You're offended that they are taking liberties with the truth.
I'm offended that they're lying to people and manipulating an electorate.
And you're offended that people watch them and believe them.
Yes, but
And
I
the
understand that there's
reality
always
is,
going to be a
there's
certain
always going to be
percentage
people.
of people who are fucking dumb
Yes.
and only watch one network.
Yes.
Just like, and
There's
oddly enough, the people that only watch one network tend to be the people that only read one book. So, you know, hey.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's people that only ever watch you.
Oh God, I hope. Oh yeah, I know. I've seen some of their videos.
Yeah.
And those people scare the fuck out of me too. Because what the hell do I know? But I'm not telling people who to vote for.
No.
I'm not telling people what to believe. I'm telling people you should fucking think and you should ask questions.
Right.
And you should demand evidence and use logic and
So why don't you
reason.
do a series on critical thinking?
What the fuck do I know?
Well, you can find out. That's exactly what you're talking about is critical thinking.
Yes.
And they don't teach it in school.
Well,
you know, you get critical thinking and ethics and things like that when you're in university, and the vast majority of the United States has no higher education. So they're relying on things like church, where, you know, church is supposed to give you at least some morality, some ethics. They're, you know, I don't know what they're relying on for critical thinking. Bugs Bunny cartoons? I don't know.
Critical thinking in church?
No, I'm not saying. No. I did
you
not
don't.
say that.
Okay.
I did not say that.
Because I've gotten in trouble for practicing critical thinking in church.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
That you're not allowed to ask certain questions there, it turns out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get really angry.
Yeah. Well, your church anyway.
I'm sure it would be pretty easy I could do like a weekly series on, hey, this week, Chris Boden gets kicked out of St. James. You know, I'd just do a weekly series on me getting kicked out of churches. That'd go over great in Grand Rapids.
That would be fun. Oh, that would be so much fun.
I am not doing this.
That would be so much fun. It would.
I'm not talking to you anymore.
Okay.
What do you think about this idea? Let me know. I want to hear your thoughts. I'm sure the comments on this are going to be lovely. You guys have fun. I'll talk to you.